As we all know, we are preparing for match day 5 of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. We've played 4 matches already. This weekend we'll be playing against Madagascar in Antananarivo. The team began preparations yesterday. We just finished our second day training. And we have here the head coach, Chris Hughton, and then winger, Joseph Pintel. By way of information, I'm sure you already know that Gideon Mensah has been excused from the team because of an injury. We have Thomas Partey, who also joined us and trained this evening as well. We also announced earlier that per the schedule we will be departing Ghana on Thursday. The game is on the 18th, which is on Sunday. So the coach is ready. Joseph Pinto is also here. Your questions are welcome. You mention your name, your media house, and then your question. Thank you.
Okay. Adam Mensah from the News Corporation. Coach, I mean, so far, so what do you make of the morale in camp? I mean, securing the 3 maximum points will be crucial for the Black Stars. So far, what do you see the morale? How do you see the morale in camp?
Well, firstly, it's always good to see It's always good to see the players, because obviously we haven't seen them from the last camp. And of course, what happens at international level is that you, apart from either seeing them play live or on video, you know, there's a period of time where you don't see the players. So this would be the same with the players seeing each other. So first and foremost, whenever they get together, they're all good friends. Some of them go back a long way. But they can't see each other over a period of time. So generally the morale is very good. But then of course what happens very shortly after that is the morale is good, they arrive, they're good to see each other, but it then becomes the concentrated work of a football match and winning a football match. So I've always found the players responsible, always found the players dedicated to the training that they do, and of course desperate to represent the Black Stars and to win a game. And we know, of course, the next game for us is an important one that would see us gain qualification.
So what are you telling them?
To be honest with you, there's a part of me that doesn't have to tell them. You know, they know what they're here for. They know what the challenge is. They know that at the end of this challenge is AFCON 2024. This is the goal. So that's the starting position. My responsibility is just to reaffirm that with them. You know, to get them together as a group, to determine the tactics, to determine the team, and to encourage the spirit that I always see there.
Okay, next question. Okay, Roku, I'll come back.
From the statement that you released on Gideon Mensah, the doctor did say that the injury is something that he's been suffering from for the past month. I don't know what the idea was of inviting him. Was it a case that you thought you could manage the situation? And then, now that he's gone, do you have a replacement in mind, or would you like to explore the options that we saw in the Soviet playing at left back?
Okay, so the answer to them is both of them is yes. I mean, the situation with Gideon is that Gideon his club have been managing an injury that he has. So, but this is somebody that's been playing in all of the games, and maybe some of that is because his team were obviously in a very difficult position. Sometimes you get a feel from a player who is maybe not so confident in coming, or a player who wants to come. You know, Gideon wanted to be here, and that's a good sign, and that goes back to the first question. You know, this is somebody that wanted to be here in camp. So it was our responsibility to assess him, to assess where he is at the moment with the medical information, and and come to a conclusion. And the conclusion is that probably at this stage, we didn't want to risk him. You know, this is post-season. He has, as with all of the players, they have a pre-season to go back to and the start of another season, and we felt it wasn't right to risk it. The second part of that is at this moment we haven't brought a replacement in. We will work how we will work this week. If we feel different, you know, after these few days, then we'll assess that again, and perhaps somebody that will be in a standby situation. But at this moment, we are not bringing in a replacement.
Okay.
Coach, you are going into this game without 3 key players. How has that affected your plans? And also,
3
key players.
Okay.
Key players. I've talked about Iñaki Williams, Alexander Jiku, and then Gideon.
Okay, sorry, yes. Yeah.
And I'm asking, how has it affected your plans? And then the second question, what should be the expectation going into this game?
Okay, so firstly, as regards our plans, is that the biggest part of management is having to be adaptable. You know, this would not be the first camp, the game that we've had players that we expected to be here that couldn't be here for whatever reason, injury mostly. So this is always part and parcel of it, and that's why we have the squad that we have. And for what we always say, for somebody that potentially might have been a starter, it's an opportunity for somebody else. And this is an international squad, and we'd like to think that there is no absolute standout first 11. What we would like to think is that there are, whatever the squad is, 23, 24, 25 players that are all pushing to want to start. That's one expectation. As a coach, you always have to give the players all of the full information. And when we do our homework and when we watch the opposition, there isn't one opposition that we see that we think we're going to win this game easy. There isn't one. Every international team is fighting to do well, and Madagascar would be no different. They are playing at home. They need to get results. So we would expect a difficult game, and it will be up to us, and it will be up to our performance to see, you know, what the outcome is. But we will be a team that will be ready, and it will be a tough game. Yes.
Okay, let me go back to this and yes.
I'm George for Coach, I want to find out your general assessment of them as a player like Nelson Mamai and this week after 2 days of training. How do you assess telepathy with other teams?
Yes, I mean most of the of any player that's in the squad, mostly the assessment is before, you know, and that's why they either come into the squad or that's why they remain in the squad, or you know that's why we're maybe perhaps they haven't had so many starts, they then start a game. So most of the assessment is before we get to camp, but you know, the only opportunity that we get to see these players close, you know, apart from video or watching them from the stands, is in the training sessions. And no, I've always been impressed with the level of commitment and quality that we have in the training. And you know, in most cases, it makes life a little bit more difficult for the coach because as the head coach, I have to pick a team. And that can be part and parcel of it. It can be for what I already know, or it can be from something that I see in the training that makes me think a little bit different.
Okay.